still do because you
Yeah,
have to
it's
speak
right
past
there.
us, but
Do you know what
it
I'm saying?
doesn't feel like that, I guess.
It's a big moment of fame.
Uh-huh.
Big moment of fame. So, a strap for sure, and a block at least. So it's still curing this. Man, I'm just finding myself sitting at the table, hunking down.
Yeah.
So it's got to open from here, but if we try to open our hips from the middle back, you know those little straps they have now that you can put over your shoulders that work like the way your back is supposed to work, then what happens is we're slumping here and we're here, and then we make one of these amazing neck things, and now you've got like unbelievable, it's a cascade. So the work is to lengthen the whole of your front body and then strengthen all the connective tissue from the base of your skull down your back towards your spine into your heels, and that posterior chain all the way down your back. That's what's holding you up. It's not just trying to pull yourself up, but I'm doing it, absolutely doing it. It's emotional, it's cold, it's the weather, you're keeping yourself in and down. So we're just gonna go one side at a time and really open the front body, open the chest, build the back, so that by the end we can finish and there's some real relief. And we'll do their acupuncture is following the meridians that run through the body. Very similar, so traditional Chinese medicine is considering the body the way that there are nadis, that there are channels of energy, just like we have a nervous system, right? And that is running through liquid crystal, that your fascia is conductive. And so it's just like why if you were holding a fork and you were struck by lightning, you are a conductive force, your liquid crystal too. And so by putting those points in, you can then create clarity. And so when you're like, recently I've been doing a lot of, and you can do the same thing with pressure. And so if you follow the right series of points, you create a circuit, and it's ungodly wonderful. I've been doing this every night, so we'll finish up by doing that and really just resting for a moment. So for now, we will start on our backs. If you want a little extra padding, then put your blanket underneath you. If you would like a playlist, set yourself up. Good morning, good morning. Have a strap. And as you come to lie down on your back, just bend your knees, put your feet flat, and let your knees wash out side to side. And just moving a little bit. Any playlist you choose, or just the quiet today. All good, all good. And then let your feet be still on the floor. Let your hands rest on your body. Just 3 smooth breaths. As though we began by opening the inside of your body. Let the inner lining of your chest and your abdomen, like a little balloon inside of you, let that be what starts first. And as you practice today, just notice if you're pushing yourself around in any way. Come back to this inner lining. And the inner lining is also connective tissue, and it does have a tensile quality, and it can be held too tightly. So soften the lining around your lungs, around your heart, around your abdomen and your stomach and your liver and your intestines, that you could just come a little bit undone internally before you even begin. And then fill that space with breath. And how important the mind is as you work here. All the way into the blood vessels that go into the limbs. As though you could soften from the inside. Breath at a time, one more. And then put your hands on your thighs, draw the heels of your hands down to the crease of your hips, press away, lengthen out. Walk your shoulders a little further from your hips, press your hands into the crease of your hips, straightening your arms. And let that make a little more space in your abdomen. Keep scooching your shoulders away from your hips. Keep making internal space, spaces between the bones of your spine. That as we make space in our bodies, we can make space in our minds. So taking a block, set it between your thighs. And it's going lengthwise through the thighs, just below the joint of the knee and just below the larger flesh of the inner thigh. There's a little slot right there. And on your exhale, you're holding that. And then on the inhale, you relax the legs and you take your hands up overhead. Little arch to the back, little reach into the hands, and on your exhale, your hands come down and you hold that block, little tip of the tail, little gathering of the front body. On your inhale, relax your legs, take your hands up overhead. We go 4 more times. You're just finding your way, a little bit of a gather, a little bit of a hurr. Close your hands and then open your hands and relax your legs. Holding your hands, holding the block, gathering it in, and then letting the breath in. Do one more, like you are waking up in bed. Hold, 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 hold. Hands overhead, reach up. Lift your feet off the floor, lift your head and shoulders, draw the block towards your heart. And then feet down, hands overhead, 3 of these. Tuck of the chin, hands make fists, close your eyes, close your toes, and then open out. One more like that, close. And let it go. Put your palms together and bring them outside your left thigh. Lift your heels. Back of your hand against your right thigh, left hand, inhale over. Exhale, hold that block, palm to palm, flex your feet. Inhale, left hand only. Exhale, press. So your right hand is really pressing against the outer left thigh. One more, we go. Turn on that right oblique. Stabilize through the low belly, the transverse, feet down, hands up, open. Palms together outside the right thigh, stay. Back of your hand to press, right hand opens, and then palm to palm, hold that block. So you're stabilizing even as you're creating this turn through the upper shoulders. 2 more. So we open the center and then we stabilize it. Go 1 more, feet flexed, space in the toes, palm to palm. Ready? Feet down, hands overhead. 1 more place to go. Hands up, reach towards your heels. Now you may go back to the floor or extend out. Inhale, open, legs straight, arms straight. Exhale in 5. Open and close 4. And 3. And 2. Good. And 1. Take your block, set it aside. Heels down, feet flat, hands on thighs. Pause. Good morning. Hello, belly. A little fire, a little space. Bring your right knee to your chest, your right hand on your shin, left leg long, left hand overhead. So the left side is open and the right side is closed. Bring your left elbow down towards your knee and then out again. Inhale, open, exhale, close. To open, to close. Now put your left hand
thumb first, fingertips to touch. Gyan Mudra, right? Press your left heel into the wall ahead of you. Just open and close. Flush out the left hip, the left knee. Good. The left shoulder opening and closing the elbow. Right side is stable. Right foot is flexed. 10, 9. Get a little longer, a little more push into that heel, a little more reach out through the hand. 4, 3, 2. Yes, reach out long, stay. Put the back of your left hand to the floor. Press the center of your left heel away, draw your right knee up, closer to your shoulder. And now breathe into the left side. Turn your chin to the right and breathe from the left heel to the left hand. One more, just let it become a little longer, a little invitation. Left hand to shin. Feel the change between left and right. Right leg long, right hand overhead. Find this. Flex both feet. Right elbow to right knee. And then inhale, open. Exhale, close. Right hand, thumb first, fingertips touch. The other fingers are extended and together. You're organized. And you find your breath. And you flush out where you've been sitting for too long in the hip, in the knee. Press into the heel. Keep space in your toes of both feet. Open the eye of your right elbow. Go 10. 5, 4, 3, good, 2. And you'll keep your right hand overhead and your right leg long. Drop your chin to your left shoulder. Drop your right hand overhead. And you breathe all the way into your right heel. Let your right thigh be heavy. And soften the lining of the abdomen. Soften the lungs and the heart. Good. We'll turn to the right, all the way over onto your belly. Elbows down underneath your shoulders. And let your hips move. Let your heels move in and out. Let your hips move side to side. So you can settle. You're going to lift your right thigh, reach it a little bit back. Lift the left thigh, reach it a little bit back. Make some order. Elbows down, collarbones broad. Tuck of the chin will lift your navel. Tuck of the chin. Keep your thighs on the floor. And then pulling with your fingertips, look forward, heart forward. This is inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin. Little rounding. Not trying to lift, but the belly will rise. And then inhale forward. And we round. And half that effort. We're not trying to go anywhere. We're just starting to make a little momentum. Let your chin fall further. Open the back of your neck. Spread your shoulders. So we're relieving the tension in your spine. When we sit still and look at our computers over time, we create a real stagnation in the shoulders and the base of the neck. See if you can flush your lungs to the back of your body and then to the front of your body. Go 3. Good. 2. And as you come up to the top, heart forward, turn your chin left and right. Good. As you turn left, bend your right knee. And straight. As you turn right, bend your left knee. So the legs will move a little bit, one and then the other. And we're turning. Tops of your feet down, chin turns shoulder to shoulder. We go 3, Can you get your toes any closer to your head? 2. Good. And toes down, hands down, wag the tail. Put your hands down, your knees down. You can stay on your blanket if it's there. Tuck of the chin. And now roll that opening through the spine with your cat-cow. Exhale as you round, inhale as you open. With the attention at the thumbs, where the base of your thumbs finds the mat or the blanket. Be heavy there. And the base of your first finger knuckle. And then try to turn the hands away from each other, from those points. Good. And turn the fingertips away so that the fingertips are perpendicular from the center line, and try to widen the space between your hands. It'll make space behind your heart. We go 20 more seconds. So we're creating some momentum, some movement all the way through the spine. 3. Yeah, 2. Good, good, good. Pause. Child, toes together, knees wide, arms out long, and sit it back. Walk your hands a step to the right, all the way off the mat. Drop the left shoulder and the left hip. 3, 2. Walk through the center, hands to the left side, right hand down, right shoulder opens, right hip drops back, drop your head. 3. Big full breaths, opening the back of your body with your breath. 2. Center. Fold your blanket from front to back so that it's a little bit thicker if it wasn't. So now I have a thick rectangle like this, and that can go in the middle. Walk your feet to your hands. And if we're going into sun salutations and you know that blocks on the floor are useful, then have blocks to give yourself a little bit of height. We'll just start by sweeping the hands up high, heels down. A little bit of the chin side to side, a little wag of the tail, lift your toes, drop your heels hard up, bend in the knees, bend in the knees, bend in the knees, hands wide, lead with your heart, hands to the blocks, left foot back, left knee down. So set yourself up that you're where you need to be, hands up high, hands down, hips back, just for 3, finding our way in. 1 more time. Out the hands, out the toes, paws up tall, and hands down to the floor. Step back, down dog. Good. Left hand, left hip, left heel, give it attention. And the left foot steps up and the right knee comes down to the blanket. Back toes are tucked under, hands up high. Drop your hands and bring your hips back. Let's just start to move. 3. 2. 1. Hands down, stepping up. Sit your seat down, your hands wide, thumbs up, hard up, stand up. Palms touch, look up. Bend your knees, look up, bend your knees, look up, bend your knees, hands wide, fold down. Right foot back, right knee down. 3 more, hands up, and then hands down. 3. 2. Ha. And hands down. Step back, down dog. Right hand, right hip, right heel. Right foot steps up, left knee down 3 times, hands coming up. Back toes are tucked under, forward and back. Soften the shoulders. Out the hands, out the breath as you need to. 1 more, find your way in. Take it up. And hands down, stepping up. Hands wide, sit down, thumbs up, stand up.
Palms together, look down, and thumbs down the back. Elbows in. Elbows in a little closer. Elbows in a little closer. Heels down. Can you feel it lift your navel? Thumbs down, elbows in, thumbs down. Heart up, chin in. When you let go, hands up, look up, inhale.
Ah, bench knees, hands wide. Left foot steps back, left knee down, hands up. Palms together, down the back, tuck of the chin, elbows. Release, look up. And hands down. Step back, down dog.
Awesome. No hurry, no rush.
Left foot steps up, right knee down, hands high. Inhaling. Exhale, thumbs down the back, tuck of the chin. Hands up, reach up, look up. Hands down, step up. Sit down, hands wide. Thumbs up, heart up, stand up, palms together, down the back, elbows in, stay 3. Toes up. Heels down, elbows in. So the more you bring your thumbs towards the low back, the low neck, the heels down, the navel. Can you lift your belly button? Ha! And then reach up, look up, let it go. And fold. Right foot steps back, right knee down. Hands up high. Palms together, down the back, tuck your chin, and then let it go, up, out. And hands down. We're building a pump. We're building a momentum. The body can change. Right foot up, left knee down. Hands up. Down the back, tuck in the chin. Ha! Reach up, look up. And set it down. You're making a little more length in the front body. Sit down, hands wide, stand up. And one breath each, thumbs down, breathing out. Reach up, look up. And sit down, hands down. Left foot steps back, left knee down, hands up. One full cycle. Down the back, tuck the chin. Reach up, look up. Hands down. Step back, down dog. Left foot steps up, right knee down. Start to feel making a little space in the front body, down the back. Reaching up, looking up. Hands down, stepping your right foot up. Sit down, thumbs up, heart up, stand up. Down the back, tuck of the chin. Reach up, release. Good, and fold. Right foot, right knee. A little softer, a little lighter, fall up. Palms together, fingers fall down. Reach up, look up. Good, hands down. Down dog. Good, right foot steps up, left knee down. Take your time in and out as you need to. All right. Reach up, look up, heart up. And hands down. Step back, down dog. Just pause and notice. You can bend one knee, bend the other. Let your hips move side to side, but there's a little more space through the palms of your hands to your chest, through your navel, through your thighs, the front body longer. Good, bring your knees to the floor, pulling a block into the center. It's about under the throat as we start. And so the work will be to have that block under your chest. And the hips aren't to the heels. And actually what we're hoping to do is go forward. A little bit more. So that the palms can be on the floor, the forearms can be on the floor, the heart can be on the block. And as you lightly press the palms down, try to widen your upper back. So this is one option. This is the modification. If you choose, you're going to take the block aside and bring your heart to the floor, arms out long. Chin into the floor. So Stephanie, look forward. Yeah. Now, can you breathe into that? There's a tension behind your heart. Ha! Oh. Body's full and open with breath. The way you began on your back, you were filling the interior space with breath. 2. Really put your heart into the floor. Soften the shoulders. Good, 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 good. Lift the heart. Ah! Walk your hands back. Down dog. You'll never be the same. Good. Excellent. Left foot to the center, right heel high. So keep the space you just made in your heart. Ah. Ah. Lengthen the front of your chest, lengthen your arms, press the left heel down, right heel high. Good, good, good. Right foot steps up, high lunge. No knee to the floor, hands up. Good. Now you bend your elbows and bring it back. Tuck of the chin. This will be out. Hands up. This will be in. And exhale, bring it down. Add the legs. So hands up, straighten up. Lift your back heel. Bend your front knee. Bend your elbows. We go 3. In and out. Elbows in, elbows in, elbows in. And all the way up. Elbows in, front knee going forward, back heel going back one more time, reaching. Good, bend the front knee, bend the elbows, keep the legs, hands up, hook your thumbs and take your palms face forward to the right. Lift the back thigh, bend the front knee, bring it all the way into the hip, the waist, the back thigh. Upright, hands down, step back, down dog. Keep your right knee soft and your left arm long and your left hip high and your left heel back. Right knee is bent, heel off the floor, drop your head. Good. Turn your head. Left foot steps up. Make a lunge, hands up. Elbows down, and notice there's a down, and then there's a place if you soften a little, it gets even further. Find that softening, and then inhale up. So that you're addressing both the lining of your chest, the inside and the outside, straighten up. Here we go, 3. So you're opening the body, the muscles, but also that little connective, the way all of our organs are held in little compartments. Open the compartments up. Open the lungs, the heart, the spine, and down. We're going to keep the legs, hands up high, palms forward. Hook your thumbs, go left. Lift the back thigh. So where you need to go with your jaw, with your breath, wiggle your fingers. Hands wide, hands down, step back, down dog. So the right side stays long, left knee bends, right thumb into the floor, right outer shoulder wraps back. Good, right hip high, right heel back. Lift your left heel high. Arms out long, back of the right thigh lengthens. We'll bring the left knee to the left elbow, high plank for 3. And then take it back and up. Each time you reach back, get a little bit longer through your body. And we'll pause at 3, left heel high. And we'll change, left foot down, right heel high. Shoulders down the back, right knee to elbow. And up, and knee to elbow 2. And one more time. Claw your fingers into the floor. Lift the center of your palm and set it down, knees wide. Child's pose, just for a moment, look forward. Come onto your fingertips, look forward. So your fingertips are taking your heart forward, and the front surface of your body is staying long rather than rounding. So the back is getting long through the hips, and the heart is coming forward in the fingertips. And can you just fit a little bit down inside your thighs and stay long? Feel it all the way up under the tongue, through the roof of the mouth, through the insides of the jaw. Tail back, fingers forward, open out. Good. Good. And we rise up and we will add blocks to that. So you take your blocks on your belly and they line up. Set these down. And the way we're going to find our way in is your left elbow down and the fingers point up. The hips go back. If you put your head down inside the left arm and then the right, you can fit your head between them. Sit your seat back, walk your knees closer if you need to. Walk your knees closer so you can find your child's pose in your legs. Drop your head toward the floor, tuck your chin. Reach your elbow tips forward. Thumbs down the back of your neck, just as we did in our standing warm-up. Ha. So elbows go forward and elbows come together, perhaps the hairline to the floor. Allow the triceps from your elbow to your underarm to lengthen out. Allow the outside and the backs of your shoulders to open up and fill them with your breath 3 times. Fill the shoulders with your breath. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw, soften your palms, and drop it a little further. Let your head be very, very heavy. The way out is to let your fingertips point up, drop forward to lift your heart, widen your elbows. Good. Walk your hands back. Hands to thighs, just feel a beat. Roll the shoulders. It's a big change. Because what's happened is when we sit with our arms down, this becomes very short, this space between the arm and the lung. And these are our intercostals, our ability to breathe. So now if you interlace your fingers, reach up tall, come onto your knees, and a tiny shimmy. All the way out from the side ribs, through the shoulders, through the wrists. Hook your thumbs, palms face forward the way we did before. We're going to go a little bit side to side, a little bit side. And start to bring, as you reach to the left, send your right hip forward. As you reach to the right, send your left hip forward. So that you're starting to activate down into the fronts of your thighs. Again, keep the lungs soft. Right? The tension around the lungs is leaving, around the heart is leaving. 3, 2, 1. Softly, hands widen, softly. Just feel what you've made. Feel the space under your arms, the sides of your ribs, the tops of the shoulders. And as your hands come down, you'll make a downward facing dog. No rush. But the breath you can take with that length in your body is quite new. And that the breath you can take in your dog, nice one, Lori. Bend your knees a little bit, sit your hips higher. A little arch in your back, you and your slippity mat. Yes, yeah, that's it. Open your elbows. Yes, beauty. You feel that? We will vinyasa to wash it out. Walk your feet to your hands. We will sit our seat down. Hands wide, sit down, thumbs up, hands up, right down the middle, palms together. Feel the elbows wide. Feel the space under your arms. So hands up high. And forward fold. Knees are bent. Left foot steps back. High lunge. No knee to the floor. Bring it up. Inhale. One time, exhale, elbows down. Inhale, hands up. Good, hands down, stepping back, down dog. From dog, inhale, plank, look forward. And dog, go back. Good, just building on, left foot up. You know where we are. High lunge. Rinse the elbows down, the shoulders, the fingers out, hands up. Awesome. Hands down, right foot steps up. Bring it up. Good. Sit down, hands wide. Bring it up. Palms together. Feel this. Down the middle. Let it go. Other side. Bring it up. Look up. And knees bend. Hands wide and down. Right foot back. High lunge. Hands up. Elbows down. Take your time. And hands down. Feel what you're making. There's no curve. From dog, we go to plank, looking forward. And dog, we look back. Right foot. High lunge. Take your time. Float your hands. On your breath out, you bend your elbows. You free your fingers. And you reach. Good. Hands down, stepping up. Good. Sit down, hands wide. And right down the middle, stand. Elbows wide. Feel the space at the sides of your ribs, up under the shoulders. That there's as though someone's holding you up. Good. Good. Shake it out. We'll step it back, hands and knees. Left hand down to the floor, right hand behind your head. Roll your right elbow open. Right elbow to the left wrist. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. We'll go 8 more. So we're rolling through that space from your hip to your under elbow. And you're giving it now a rotation, taking it a little further into the body. Right hand up. Turn your palm forward and move your hips forward and back. As you come forward, draw your wrists apart. As your hips go back, the hands come a little closer. As you come forward, the wrists draw apart, look up. Good, take all that length. Take your right hand behind your wrist, shoulder to the floor. Left hand flat to the floor in front of your eyes. Look up over the left shoulder, this will be exhale. Press straight down, right hand high, this will be inhale. So roll down, release, rinse. Up, open, this is inhale. Good, one more, both directions, bringing it down. Bringing it up. And you'll stay with your right shoulder to the floor. Pause. A little forward, a little back for through the hips so that you settle. Drop the right side of your head to the floor, left palm flat. Open your right hand, palm sees the sky. Drop your head more, and the chin may tuck a little towards the floor, toward the shoulder. Good. If you choose, stay here or walk your left fingers forward. Come on to that back edge of your head, looking under your armpit. You may work here or lift the left knee and extend the left leg back, foot to the floor. And now find your breath behind your heart. Walk your left hand a little wider to the right. Stay. Use your breath and open that interior space. Open the interior of the left shoulder, left elbow. Good. Left knee comes down. Left hand draws back. Press down to find neutral. Tuck your chin around your back. Hips wag side to side. Head moves side to side. Good. Circle your seat. Circle your head. Where does it all need to go? And reverse your direction. Bend your elbows. Move your jaw. And find the center. so that your right hand is steady just inside the shoulder, left hand behind your head. All stable, elbow to wrist. Good. In to open and out to close. Revolve through the spine. Revolve through the ribs. Good. Three, two, good. And open up tall, open up tall. Turn your palm to the front as your hips move back, your hands come closer. As your hips move forward, draw your wrists apart. So hips back, and then hips forward, draw your wrists apart. One more time, hips going back, long from your left hip to your left hand, right hip, go. And then you take your left hand behind your right wrist shoulder to the floor. Drop your head, place your right hand flat, double check, so that you can press down to rise up and open. And roll down. To roll open, that's two. Feel what you're changing in the interior of that container. One more. You are rolling open and you are rolling close. Stay a little forward, little back. Settle in. Drop your head. Right palm flat to the floor. Left hand opens. Back of the hand down. As you extend into the back of your hand, you will open the chin over the right shoulder. Work here. Or right fingertips reach overhead. Open the chest, start to look up. Work here, or lift your right knee, tips of the toes down. Roll the ribs open. Take your right hand a little further behind you. And now where is the breath? Just like your heart on that block or chin to the floor, find it. Use your breath to open the interior space. All the places you're hibernating. Good, good, good. One more. Fill it up. Empty it out. Knee to the floor. Right hand back and down. Mighty. Circle your seat. Circle your seat. Soften your shoulders. More weight in your hands than more weight in your knees, forgive me, than on your knee, on your hand. Let your head move. Let your hips move. And so your hips are stirring what you've moved in your spine, reverse, and you can almost taste it. For three, good. A big figure of 8 if you choose, for 2, elbows wide, heart up and down. Good. You'll find a dog. Step your right foot up outside of your right hand. Put your left knee down. Top of the left foot to the floor. It's a little deeper now. Top of the left foot flat. You'll add your block underneath your left hand. And your right toes turn out to 2 o'clock. And your left hand turns out to 10 o'clock. Good. Let your hips come a little forward and back. Make your way into the crease of your right hip. Good. Now the right hand begins a big backstroke circle. Let your hips come forward and back. Follow that circle. As your hand goes back, your hips go back. As your hand comes forward, your knee bends more deeply. So the knee joint, the hip joint, the shoulder of that right side, all beginning to deepen. One more, one more. And the right arm will stay over the right ear. And the left hand goes down and you pause. Hips a little forward and a little back. A little forward and a little back until you can start to turn your chin up under your right armpit. And you bend the knee. Work here, or looking down, you'll bring your forearm to that block. If you need to use your right hand, use your right hand. Good. Broaden your collarbones. Good, good, good. Work here. Reach overhead. That's it, Lori. Tuck your toes under and lift that knee off the floor behind you. Revolve. Turn now, turn now. Good. Bend your right elbow to your ribs. And then reach out long. That's all. Just that one time. Look up. Ah, winter. Bend your left knee to the floor, your hands down. Put the block under both elbows. Turn your toes to point forward. Walk your back knee back. And hug your right knee into your shoulder and walk your back knee back. Ha! Right? We've been some awesome sounds happening here. So put your whole foot flat on the floor. That's it. Turn your toes forward, Stephanie. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Use your hands. Yeah. Oh, now we got it. Now we got it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Tuck your back toes. Lift off if you choose for 3. Right knee forward, back heel back, back body broad. 2. Good. Knee to the floor, hands to the block. Help yourself out and back. Creaky. Right, put the block to the right side, found your dog and walk your dog. Ha! And as you walk your dog, feel the change from your right hand to your right shoulder to your right hip. Ha. And you'll plant your hands, left heel to the floor, right heel high. Awesome. Bend your right knee, roll the right hip open. Straightening out your leg, press into your hands. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee, bend your elbows, it all softens. Elbows gather towards each other, press your hands, press your legs straight, like that. Bend your right, bend your left, elbows wide, then gathering in. Press your hands away, straighten your legs, stay a beat, open the pelvis. Spread your right toes. One more. And set it down. Left foot steps up outside of your left hand. Right knee down to the floor. So the block at the front, the right hand points to 2 o'clock. The left toes point to 10 o'clock. Good. Find that your hips can go forward and back. And from that, it is a backstroke. And take your time. Keep the block on the mat so that it can't slip out from under you. And only move as far as makes sense to your body, but involve the turn of your chin, the lift and lowering of your hips, this full circle of your shoulder joint, that you are exploring the inner and outer aspects of the whole of your chest, all the way down into the hips. Good. And then the left arm goes beside the left ear. Pause. Pause. And the hips a little forward and a little back. A little forward and a little back. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Keep the front knee steady. Look down, if you like, the left hand down so you can put your forearm to the block and the left hand back up. And reach over beside the ear. So rather than reaching toward the ceiling, reach toward 2 o'clock. Deepening the left hip. Finding the breath through the ribs. Turn your chin if it gets sticky. Tuck your toes under and lift off. Stay 3. Right toes down, revolve the pelvis. Revolve the pelvis, revolve the heart. Turn the chin into the armpit. Good morning. We stay 2. Good, 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 good. But we know we're going more, just so we're prepared. Right knee down to the floor, left hand down. Build your blocks.
Lori, try 2 instead of 1 on its edge. I'm worried it'll fall over. So if you need to, you'd put 2 blocks here. Yeah, man. So be wise about how much your body can take. You can also straighten your arms. So heel toe your foot to the outside edge of the block. Perfect. Back toes can come down. Hug your inner knee in. Hug your hips towards each other. And when you're ready, elbows down. Now, because see our hearts are so far forward, you're going to scoot your back knee back. That's the money move. Back toes back. One more. Take it an inch back. That's it. Nice, nice, nice. I hear you. Soft now. Soft, 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 soft. Can you open the space around your heart? That when we get ourselves into a tight spot here, everything internally clamps up, we don't even know it. I want you to open the space around your abdomen and around your face. You got it, you got it, you got it. Tuck your chin, broaden your back, tuck your toes. If you like, lift up. From the back heel to the top of your head, one long conduit, clear, steady. A breath. Knee comes to the floor. Hands to the block, coming up. Set the block aside, make your way back into your dog. Your good last dog. Thank you, dog. Down dog. Walkie dog. Walkie dog. I can taste the inertia that's been around my joints. There's a metallic taste that I encounter when I haven't been somewhere in my body. Right heel to the floor, left heel high, bring it up and open. So roll the left hip open and the left hand down. Bend your left knee. Ha! Left knee back, left heel back, left hand down. Just straighten the left leg. That might be your work. Or bend the left knee, bend the right knee, bend the elbows, and gather them in towards each other. Press away, look back, straighten out. That's exhale. Inhale, bend, widen, gather, press, exhale. One more we go. Bend, in, press, out. 3. Open the pelvis, the inner thigh, square the chest. Good. Knees down. Child's pose, but put your knees together, feet together, onto the pinky edge of your hands, and draw back. So the pinky edge of your hands helps to keep the line from the back of your heart through the backs of your arms. You feel that little bit of extra length. Knees together, belly on the thighs will lengthen the back of your spine. And flush out the hips. Excellent. So we've made length. We've made some deep creases. I want to strengthen the back of the body. Come forward. Now, one option is to keep the blanket so that when you come flat down to the floor, your hips and pelvis are supported. And all of a sudden, the floor is going to seem like the best place in the world. It's definitely getting high ratings here. Yeah, so you can keep this, or if this gets in your way at all, then you would set your blanket aside. I think I'm going straight to the floor. If your floor is very cold, it's also another consideration. Good, walk your hands out. Pinky edge of the hands come down. And make sure, take your right hand all the way around you and you won't clock anything. And then take your left hand all the way around you and you won't clock anything. And the pinky edge is down. Now walk your thighs back. Lift your leg, press it back, put it down, and make sure you won't clock anything. Ready? We're going to lift the right leg and go a little wide to the right and then back to the center and not clock anything. Set it down. Left foot, explore. Because we're in our homes and we have plants and
diffusers and things. And I don't want you to kick a candle that you set out so nicely. Good. So the thighs, the space, it's clear. Cross your forearms, put your forehead down. Elbows are broad. Feel the length and the space. Your breath can get into the backs of your arms in a way that they could not before. The breath can get up into the back of your neck to the base of your skull as it couldn't before. Walk your thighs back a 1/4 inch. Tops of your feet down. Let your legs be heavy and long. I want you to imagine that you're going to lift your forehead off the backs of your hands, but you remain in contact. So you take the weight off of your forehead by sinking your pelvis, by drawing your navel into your body, but you keep the skin in contact. So your forehead is touching your hands, but no weight. And the center of the body is gathering in, the hips are drawing down, the thighs are heavy, but the low body is holding the head weightless on the hands. Do the same sensation through your forearms and elbows. Don't leave the floor, but you're weightless, and you're gathering more and more into the navel. That little weightless, little lift, little tiny, don't leave the floor. Good, legs are strong. Left leg incredibly heavy to the floor. Lift your right leg. Go wide, tap wide. Bring back, tap center. Wide, tap wide. Bring back, tap center. Wide, tap wide. Bring back, tap center. Keep that. Now float. Everything keeps contact, but it's weightless. And you're gathering into your navel. Your left thigh is heavy. The top of your left foot is heavy. And we're building this posterior chain. But as we widen out, we're building it to be stable, even when it's asymmetrical. 5. Good. And rather than lifting by your glutes, which is going to take it into your low back, lengthen your hamstring and lift from the back of your heart. Lift from the backs of your elbows that we've opened so long today. 3. Good. Rather than the glutes in the back, use the whole of your back body up into the tips of the elbows and change sides. So the right foot is heavy. Left foot up, tap left, back center, tap center. Good. The breath is steady. Your forehead is weightless. Good. Up and tap left, up and tap center. Tiny weight in the forearms. Now notice if you're putting it all into the center of your left glute, you'll know because your left hip point is pinned into the floor. And instead, lengthen your left hamstring. Lift from the back of your heart. And then lift all the way into the backs of your elbow tips that we have opened so well today. Use the whole of your back body. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Awesome. Awesome. Set it down. Hands out, pinky edge of the hands to the floor, rest, your heart comes forward. So when we make a big effort, we have a temptation to collapse. Wouldn't it be great to just drop your head and then your heart would drop in and you would be rounded even though you were on the floor? So walk your hands a little forward, drop your hips. And as you pull your pinkies towards you, pull your heart forward. So different. So the toes are long. Imagine your outer hips wrapped forward, right? But if you wrap your outer hips forward, your navel rises. Keep that and wrap your inner thighs down. Keep that. Good. Float your hands. Turn your right thumb down, sweep wide, take it to the low back. Turn your left thumb down, take it to the low back. Good. Chest broad, turn your chin, you're okay. Legs are long and strong. Right hand out, this is inhale. Turn your thumb, take it back, this is exhale. Left hand, inhale, thumb down, exhale. Free the back, inhale, exhale. Left hand, inhale, thumb down, exhale. A little more articulate. Right hand, look left, reach back. Look forward, left hand. Thumb down, look right. 2 more each side. Look forward, look left, right hand back. Look forward, left hand. Look right, left hand back. Feel it all the way up behind your ears. Look left. Across the front of your shoulder, last one. Look right. Interlace your fingers. Tuck your chin. Stay 3. Float your feet if you choose. Lengthen from your hamstrings. Ha. Good. And now we go to the floor. Let it go. Feel the space in the back of your body. Good. Good, good. You just roll right over onto your back. Right over onto your back. So this time, no blanket, but 2 blocks. And your strap. So you're going to lay your strap beneath you before you get going. It goes all the way across, and it's right under your belly button. My shoulders, everything feels so much better. All right, we're wearing the same pants. All right. So your strap is across beneath you, below your belly button. Okay? Leave it there. Take your blocks. Lowest setting, the blocks are on their belly, side by side, like a sandwich. The second setting, the bellies come together, like a sandwich. The third setting, they stand on their tail. So you are choosing. First setting, belly down, check it out. It's a larger platform. So press your heels down, find the center of the blocks at the very point of your hips. The chest will be broad, the hands drop down, the pinky edge of your hands drop beside you. Heels down, feet long, chest broad, back of the head down. There's one. With your hips in this position, it's a great way to broaden your chest. Imagine you're trying to get your outer shoulders into the floor. Good. Lift your hips enough. Now use your hands to scoot the blocks forward towards your heels, enough that you can just straighten your arms and just get the tips of your fingers over the far end of the blocks. That's it. Perfect. A little further away, Laurie. A little further away so you can just get your fingertips. Yeah. Yes. Now walk your shoulders closer. Back of the head down. Walk your shoulders away from the blocks and you straighten your arms. So it's less about the hips here. And Laura, you could even put it down onto its belly. You can set the blocks one more down if you like. We'll go up in a minute. But here we're really anchoring. Press the backs of your arms down. Press the pinky edge of your hands down. Hold those blocks and give yourself a little tension. As you pull on the blocks, you'll press the shoulders down, the heart will come up. So you're sitting into the block, and that's lifting the heart up, and the chest is broad. Good. Lengthen and widen the back of your neck. Now lengthen your navel. Just explore. Just explore. Good. Press your heels down. Take your blocks out for a moment, but they're within reach. Your feet a step forward and a step wider. And let your knees go side to side. Knees go side to side. Good.
So with the knees side to side, we're looking to release the pelvis, the low belly, the low back. Now your right knee falls in toward the center, your left knee falls wide to the left. Your right hand goes overhead, your left hand goes overhead, elbows are bent. Left hand holds the right wrist. So you're on your right inner foot, your your right knee is coming down. You may stay or cross left ankle over the right knee and press. Press the left ankle down and the right knee up to open the front of your right hip. And just explore. Right knee forward. Press the knee into your ankle into your knee. And then explore the reach of your right hand overhead. And that connective tissue of the psoas is from the mid-back and across down the front of the pelvis to the right inner thigh. When we sit, this becomes very, very short. So press your right hip forward as you press your right heel down, your right inner thigh down, and then softly back into the center, hands down. Heels wide, knees go side to side. And you'll notice a great difference between right knee and left knee and the mobility of your knees to move side to side. So this is the deepest structural aspect. We've gone from the surface now down, left knee down into the center. You're on the inner left foot and heel. This may be great. Right hand overhead, left hand rests in the right. So the right hand holds the left wrist. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Press the knee to the ankle. Press the ankle to the knee. Build the base to begin. Left inner foot down, left hip forward. Imagine you're opening between your navel and your knee. Explore. And then extending your arms a little more open from the wrist through the shoulder to the knee. Soften the shoulders. And then drop the hips, put your feet back flat and pause. Good, 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 good. Feet flat. You can tip your tail forward and back like you were doing cat-cow on your back. Cat-cow on your back will help your low back. Just put it back into neutral. Now you'll take your blocks up to their second setting. So the belly down was 1. Blocks meeting in the center, this is 2. So the blocks will be on their edges, meeting. So the midline between the blocks will be in line with your spine. Good. Reach your fingertips to the far end of the block, come onto your outer shoulders, press the back of your head. Now, inner thighs wrap down. So both knees lightly come forward like you did with that psoas stretch a moment ago. Draw your knees a little bit in towards each other and down. So as the inner thighs wrap down, the navel gets longer. The chest becomes broad. Good. If that's your limit, I want you to stay where you are. If you want to experiment, press your heels down, lift your hips. We've got a little more space today. You can stand your blocks on their tail. Inner thighs coming in, heels down, chest broad, arms long. So find what works. Find what works. Yep. Yep. Stephanie, see how your knees keep wanting to fall apart? Turn your toes in and your heels a little wide. And then let your thighs fall in. Yeah, better. Navel long. Good. Press your heels down. We're going to move the blocks aside, adding the strap in your hands. Last one. So get the strap between your hands and your palms face the floor. So I can reach my hands down and put the strap across my seat. That's where I am with my strap. My hands are the width of my hips. So I'm holding the strap across the base of my seat. My palms are facing the floor. My hands are strong. I'm going to press my heel down, peel my spine up, tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Turn your palms to face each other, bringing the pinky edge of your hands down. Tuck a shoulder, tuck another. I work right there. The arms very, very strong. Stand in your heels, inner thighs down, back of the head long. Try to pull that strap apart. So Lord, put your hands a little closer together. Or be done. That's it, that's it, that's it. As though you were trying to pull that strap apart, and as you widen and stabilize the shoulders, the hips float, and then you release wide all the way down. Heels step forward and wide, thighs fall in, pause. Bring your right knee to your chest. It's soft. Just rest. Interlace your fingers. Pause. Let that lengthen and release the right low back. Right foot to the floor. Left knee to chest. Same thing, other side. But those are exactly the places that become quite short when we sit. The crease of our hips forward becomes short. The space across the chest and the shoulders becomes short. So with the blocks, we can take our time opening it up. 2 feet flat. Take your strap, put it over the arch of your right foot. Nearly done. Nearly done. Just finish all the way out into the feet. So bending your right knee, reach up, catch each side of your strap, one in each hand. Put a big bend in your knee as you bring your right knee down, elbows wide, left foot flat. Just bring it down towards your armpit. And press your legs straight into that strap. Pull your elbows wide, bring your knee down. Good, press. And really anchor into your right low back. Bend your knee, elbows wide. If your low back has been testy, this is a great way to reset. One more time, knee down. And press it up straight. Put both straps in your right hand. Good. Left hand on your left thigh. Send your right thigh bone away. And begin to widen your right heel out to the right. Find your limit, find your edge. Left leg straightens. Left hand overhead. So keep the left side of your body strong, anchored into the floor. If you need to, bend your right knee a bit. And just stay for 3. Press into your heels. For 2, keep lengthening out from the heel to the hand. Back into the center, you'll take your strap off, bend your right knee and hold it with your left hand. You catch the top of your left foot with your right hand, bring it underneath. Lift your hips, come onto your left outer hip a little bit. And that's it. And just let your top knee move side to side. And as you move side to side, let it open the front of your left thigh from your left hip to your left knee. Let it move all the way up into the middle of your chest. Take your time, go where you need to go. Pause where it feels important and rewarding let go. The right foot comes down to the floor, the left foot comes down to the floor, and get your strap. So we just finish all the way out the feet. Put the strap over the arch of your left foot, straighten your legs, and hold each side with one hand. Putting a big bend in your left knee, bring it down, elbows wide. That's it. Press your foot out, straighten your legs. There we go. Knee to the chest. Does that help your low back, Lori? That space that got a little snafu there for a second? Good, good, good. So keep your heel over your knee as you bend down. See if you can drop your knee and keep your heel. Yes! 100%. Right there. Pause. Send your left hip forward. So that your low back gets really long. Perfect. Feel the difference? Probably so. Both straps straightening out, both straps into the left hand. Right hand to the right thigh. And open out to the left. Yeah. Good. Right leg straight, right hand overhead. Spread your toes. And come right back. The lining of your lungs. The lining of your heart. Open the pelvis. Bring it right back into the center. Set your strap down. Right hand holds the front of your left shin. Good. Bend your bottom leg so the left hand catches the top of your right foot. And lift your hips so you come onto your right outer hip. And now knee side to side. Go as wide as you need to and come as far across as you like. Find the point that feels important, a little racy, a little impossible. Pause there for 3 breaths. Good. And back into the center. Good. And feet flat. Hands on thighs, press away, space in your abdomen. Then we've come back to the place we began. Breathe into the back of your body, the front of your body. And we'll bring the knees in and build a cross-legged seat. Just finding the edge of your blanket and bolster. And this little acupressure series takes 3 to 5 minutes. And then we'll take the space that it offers us down into a Shavasana. So have whatever extra layer you need so that you can sit up tall, be warm in your joints. You just start by rolling your shoulders. And usually I have these huge grackety spaces in my shoulders, and right now I don't, which is a real blessing. So the shoulders are loose, the elbows, the fingers. Explore the shoulder blades moving over the back of your body. The turn of your chin, the grip of your jaw. And shake out the fingers so that as you land, there's a little bit of space in the back body, the back of the neck. You take your right hand and the first 3 fingers or so hook over the shoulder.
And most of us, we can just hold the knot that we encounter right there. So it's at the top of my shoulder, right here. Like if I've made a nice little hook with my hand, I'm gonna find this little hook. And I tend to take my left hand across, resting it in my lap or to the other thigh. And as I make my hand across, now I just hold. And with any acupressure, we're looking for about 30 seconds in, we're looking for a little state change. That there's this momentary opening, like a little bit of a breeze, and suddenly the whole left side body is unhitched. A little moment of melting. And we've made contact. Ha. Just look for that. Wherever it goes, whatever it happens, you're just inviting some space. And then let go, so we don't generate tension in the right hand. Let it go, set it down. Feel a little bit of a rebound. And then the other first 3 fingers, left hand over the right shoulder, hold there. Left elbow drops, right shoulder drops, right hand to the center. And you can work your way around and find exactly the place. Just get steady pressure. And then completely relax the effort under your hand. Your breath is soft and full. And you're looking for that little state change. Just suddenly there's a little release. And then your left hand down, a rebound, a notice. A little space across the back. Interlace your fingers across the back of your neck. The elbows will widen as you bring your breath in. And you'll tuck your chin as you bring your elbows close. So you open out. And you exhale, close. Just closing your eyes. You go 10 times like that. And it's slow. A little shimmy. And it's a great way to finish this series, this sequence. Letting your chin round into your chest, letting your upper back open. Elbows coming in just as we did. And then flushing away. And as you make a little familiarity, it may gain pace. It may get a little quicker. Maybe the last 3, just open and close. Simple, steady. Good, 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 good. One more. Open out. Yeah, awesome. Elbows in. That's awesome. Good work. Good work. Keep your elbows in. Release your hands down, sit tall, rebound. Notice that you are releasing layer after layer of stress. You'll use your thumbs. I find the lowest point, so your skull has a center point where it meets the spine. Can you see that? So find that center point, and then put 2 thumbs at that center point. Now widen out about 2 thumbs width away. There's a sort of knobby bone. Now if you tuck and raise your head, you can feel the edge of the skull right there.
And then go a little bit wider. You'll find a nice, sweet little tender spot. And you're just gonna hold there. Soften your shoulder. Soften your face. Look for that little state change, that you're releasing all the tension out of your scalp. From around your eyes. That the head can go a little bit slack. Good. And your hands come down, notice. So space around the shoulders, space around the neck, space around the head. Just keep peeling layers. First two fingers. You're going to find where your cheekbones come up towards your ears. Just find the line of your cheekbones, right? And then go lower down between your cheekbones and your jaw. Open and close, feel your jaw. And as you explore, right below the cheekbone, just above the jaw, oh, a little pressure. Right? If it makes you smile, like, oh God, yes, right there. That's, you're going for that spot, like, oh. And I'm imagining a little power symbol. Sound in my head right there. Oh. Go a little lower. Oh. Let your teeth separate. Go a little lower. Oh. Teeth separate more. No one will see you. Oh. Go a little bit back towards your ear. Oh. And now let go. And I may be alone in the extraordinary satisfaction of that release. I have a lot of tension in my jaw, and that rebound, as it's called, is so useful. Last place we hold stabilizes all of it. So the center of the chest, the line of your nipples, there's a little center point on your sternum, right there. And the center point, there's the line across your eyebrows, and there's a finger width higher. So you're above the meeting of your nose to your skull. You're above the line of your eyebrows by 1 finger width. And we pause. Light pressure, light elevation of both. And breathe into those 2 points. Shoulders are soft. The neck is long. The head is at ease. Little jaw is loose. A smile around the eyes. And releasing to notice. Stay as long as you like seated. And when you're ready, just lie back into it. This really sweet quiet around our head and our shoulders. Let your whole body lie back. Be very warm. Cover yourselves up. And just 5 minutes in this activated stillness. The body is open and strong. You've set a circuit through the points of your head to release stress, to break old patterns. First few breaths are deep and full.
drop in a little further. What would it feel like to just put it all down for a moment? What would it feel like to just let it out of your body? You can get it back in a minute, just put it down. So that you can begin to deepen your breathing, starting where we began. Expanding the interior space. Expanding the interior space. In your mind, as you deepen your breath, ingesting these words with your breath. I am at my strongest when I am calm. I am at my strongest when I am calm. Deepen your breathing, the hint of a smile. Let your hands go overhead, reach out through your feet, waking like a cat. Oh. Anything that needs to wriggle, to turn, to twist, to stretch together. You walk your feet in and you rest on your right side so that you can feel the breath into the backs of your lungs and reinflate where you've been resting so that the whole capacity of your breath becomes available again before you go anywhere else. And you can make your way slowly to a cross-legged seat. To arrive, to reach, to sweep up, and then to gather it in down the middle. And we'll do another like this, sweeping wide. But when the palms are together, we'll tuck the chin and drop the thumbs behind the back, wrap your elbows in, and reach up and look up. And palms together and thumbs to the forehead, center. May our thoughts be guided. May our words be kind. And may we remember always how worthy we are. Namaste. Out the hands, out the shoulders, whatever needs to go.
So if you wanted to do it again, you do the shoulders, interlace your fingers, the base of the skull, you're just moving up the body, the jaw, and the hard head. Just 30 seconds apiece. So good. Have a fantastic afternoon, and I will see you soon.